Hi, I'm ESL Teacher Lisa. Welcome to class. Today we're going to talk about how to answer a particular question. It may seem simple, but you might not be used to some of the native-like responses that you'll get to this question. Well, what is that question? That question is, how are you? It may seem simple, but you might not be used to hearing some of the idiomatic phrases that are used by American English native speakers. We will start all of the sentences with I'm. So I'm going to show you a few of these responses. Some are good and some are bad. And you can start the sentence with I'm. Usually, you might respond this way. If I say, how are you? You might say, I'm good, I'm bad. And these are okay responses. But in English, there are expressions that you can use to give the listener a deeper meaning. So if somebody asks, how are you? You can respond, I'm under the weather. Of course, this has nothing to do with weather or rain or snow. This means you feel a little sick. It's not serious. You might have a headache. You might be suffering from a mild cold, but it's not serious. If you've been in the hospital, for example, and someone asks, how are you? You would not say, I'm under the weather. So this term is really used for you're not feeling too great today. Maybe your stomach aches, maybe you have a backache, or your throat is sore. Nothing major. You can also respond by saying, I'm down in the dumps. This means you're feeling sad, depressed, and unmotivated. So you can respond, I'm down in the dumps. Or if you hear someone say that to you, this is what they mean. Or someone might say, I'm weathering the storm. This describes what somebody is going through, and it's a difficult or challenging time. So if someone says, I'm weathering the storm, you either might know what the storm is if they use that expression. Maybe, for example, they lost their job. So they say, I'm weathering the storm. So it means it's difficult, but you're managing, you're continuing, even though it's challenging. And if you don't know what the storm is, then this is the time when you ask, what's wrong? What are you going through? Because they're going through something. That's what the expression means. I'm weathering the storm representing something that's difficult in their life. Next, someone might say, I'm worn down. And this describes feeling exhausted, depleted, and lacking energy, like you have low batteries for whatever reason. Maybe you're working overtime, maybe you're studying. You might have heard the expression, I'm worn out. So it's very similar, worn down or worn out. We might use them interchangeably, but really the idea is that you are exhausted, really tired. Okay, so let's talk about some good expressions. If somebody asks, how are you? You can say, I'm on top of the world. This means feeling successful, powerful, and in control. And it could be for a number of reasons. Maybe you had a great meeting, maybe you finished a project, you closed a deal. Whatever it is, you feel great. Also, another positive expression, I'm walking on air. It's similar to cloud nine. You might have heard the expression, I'm walking on cloud nine or I'm on cloud nine. This idiom describes feeling lighthearted, joyful, happy. Maybe your brother just had a baby and you are now an uncle or an aunt for the first time. You might use this expression, I'm walking on air, I'm an uncle for the first time. So it could be a number of reasons why you feel this way. You just feel so great. It almost feels like you're floating or walking on air. So the next time somebody asks you, how are you? Try one of these expressions if appropriate. See you in the next class.